Hello everyone and welcome back to Money Deconstructed, the channel dedicated to taking apart the often intimidating world of finance and making it something we can all understand and, more importantly, something we can all use to build a better future. Today we're diving into a topic that is absolutely fundamental to achieving any kind of financial success: setting financial goals. Have you ever felt a little lost when it comes to your money? Like you're working hard, earning a living, but not really sure where it's all going or what you're working towards. Maybe you've got vague ideas about wanting to save more or invest someday, but those ideas never quite turn into concrete action. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely in the right place. In this audiobook, we're going to explore the power of financial goals. We'll look at why they're so incredibly important, how to figure out where you are right now financially, and then, step by step, we'll walk through the process of defining your own personal financial goals. We'll even talk about how to make sure those goals are actually achievable and how to create a plan to make them a reality. Think of this as your personal guide to taking control of your financial destiny. We'll cover everything from understanding your current financial picture to crafting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, the famous SMART framework. We'll also discuss how to build a financial plan to support those goals and, crucially, how to stay motivated and on track for the long haul. Finally, we'll touch on the reality that life throws curveballs and how to adapt your goals when things change. So, grab your headphones, settle in, and let's start deconstructing the path to your financial future. Now, why are financial goals so important in the first place? Well, think of it this way. Imagine you're planning a road trip. You wouldn't just hop in your car and start driving aimlessly, would you? You'd probably have a destination in mind, maybe a few stops along the way, and you'd likely use a map or GPS to guide you. Financial goals act in much the same way for your money. They provide that crucial destination, those important milestones, and they help you chart a course to get there. Without financial goals, your money journey can feel a bit like that aimless drive. You might be moving, but you're not really sure where you're going or if you're even heading in the right direction. Having clear financial goals gives you direction and focus. Instead of just spending money as it comes in, you start to make conscious decisions about where you want your money to go. It helps you prioritize. That new gadget might seem appealing, but if your goal is to save for a down payment on a house, you might think twice before making that purchase. Financial goals also significantly increase your motivation and accountability. When you have a specific reason to save, like that dream vacation or a comfortable retirement, it becomes much easier to resist the temptation of immediate gratification. Knowing that you're working towards something meaningful provides a powerful incentive to stay on track, even when things get a little challenging. Furthermore, financial goals allow you to measure your progress and celebrate your successes. Imagine you set a goal to pay off a certain amount of debt by the end of the year. As you make progress and see that debt shrinking, it provides a tangible sense of accomplishment. These milestones, big or small, help keep you encouraged and reinforce the positive habits you're building. Perhaps most importantly, having a clear financial plan built around your goals can significantly reduce financial stress and anxiety. When you feel like you're in control of your money and you have a clear path forward, it brings a sense of security and reduces the worry that can often accompany financial uncertainty. So, now that we understand why financial goals are so vital, the next logical step is to figure out where you currently stand financially. You can't effectively plan a route if you don't know your starting point, right? Think of this as taking a financial snapshot. It's about getting a clear picture of your current income, your expenses, what you own, and what you owe. Let's start by looking at your income. This might seem straightforward, but it's important to consider all sources of income. This could be your salary from your primary job, but it might also include income from side hustles, freelance work, investments, or any other regular sources of money coming in. Once you've identified all your income streams, the next step is to calculate your net income. That's the money you actually take home after taxes and other deductions. Next, we need to get a handle on your expenses. This is where many people find it a little less exciting, but it's absolutely crucial. Start by tracking where your money is going. You can do this in a number of ways. There are many budgeting apps available. You could use a simple spreadsheet or even just jot things down in a notebook. The key is to be as detailed as possible. Try to categorize your expenses. Are they fixed expenses, like rent or loan payments, which are generally the same each month? Or are they variable expenses, like groceries or entertainment, which can fluctuate? Also, try to distinguish between needs and wants. While that daily coffee might feel like a need, it might actually fall into the want category. Tracking your expenses for a month or two will give you a much clearer understanding of your spending habits. Once you have a good grasp of your income and expenses, the next step is to calculate your net worth. This is essentially a measure of your financial health. To calculate your net worth, you need to identify your assets, everything you own that has value. This could include things like your savings accounts, investments, the value of your car or home, and even personal possessions. Then, you need to list your liabilities, everything you owe to others. This includes things like credit card debt, student loans, car loans, and your mortgage. The simple formula for calculating your net worth is assets minus liabilities equals net worth. Understanding your net worth gives you a baseline and helps you track your progress over time as you work towards your financial goals. Finally, it's helpful to analyze your cash flow. This is simply the movement of money in and out of your accounts over a period of time. Are you bringing in more money than you're spending? If so, you have positive cash flow, which is great for saving and investing. If you're spending more than you're earning, you have negative cash flow, and this is something you'll likely want to address as you set your financial goals. Understanding your cash flow helps you identify areas where you might be able to save more money and allocate it towards your goals. Now that you have a clearer picture of your current financial situation, it's time for the exciting part, defining your financial goals. This is where you get to dream a little and think about what you truly want to achieve with your money. Start by brainstorming. Think about your aspirations, both big and small. What do you want to accomplish financially in the short term, the medium term, and the long term? What kind of lifestyle do you envision for yourself now and in the future? Maybe you dream of taking a fantastic vacation next year, or perhaps you're focused on saving for a down payment on a house in a few years. Longer-term goals might include saving for your children's education or building a comfortable retirement nest egg. Don't hold back at this stage, just let your ideas flow. Once you have a list of potential goals, it can be helpful to categorize them. As we mentioned earlier, we can generally break them down into short-term goals, which are typically within a year, medium-term goals, which might take 1 to 5 years to achieve, and long-term goals, which are 5 years or more down the road. Categorizing your goals helps you think about the different time horizons involved and can influence how you plan to achieve them. After you've categorized your goals, you'll likely realize that you can't pursue everything at once. This is where prioritization comes in. Not all goals are equally important or time-sensitive. Think about which goals are most meaningful to you and which ones need to be addressed sooner rather than later. You might find it helpful to rank your goals or consider the urgency and potential impact of achieving each one. A crucial step in defining your financial goals is making them specific. Vague goals like save more money are difficult to track and even harder to achieve. Instead, try to define the what, why, and how much of each goal. For example, instead of saying save more money, you might aim for save $5,000 for a down payment on a car. This is much more specific and gives you a clear target to work towards. Connecting your goals to your values can also be incredibly powerful. When your financial goals align with what truly matters to you, you're much more likely to stay motivated and committed to achieving them. Take some time to reflect on your core values and how your financial goals support them. Now, let's talk about making your goals truly effective by using the SMART framework. This is a widely recognized and incredibly useful tool for setting goals in all areas of life, and it's particularly valuable when it comes to finance. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We've already touched on the importance of making your goals specific. A specific goal is clear, well-defined, and leaves no room for ambiguity. Instead of save for retirement, a specific goal might be contribute 15% of my pre-tax income to my 401k each month. The next element is measurable. How will you know when you've achieved your goal? You need to be able to track your progress. This means defining quantifiable metrics. Instead of pay off debt, a measurable goal could be pay off $2,000 in credit card debt. This gives you a clear number to aim for and allows you to track your progress as you make payments. The A in SMART stands for Achievable. While it's good to set challenging goals, they should also be realistic given your current resources and time frame. It's important to distinguish between a goal that stretches you and one that is simply impossible to reach. If you have a very large goal, consider breaking it down into smaller, more manageable steps. This can make the overall goal feel less daunting and more achievable. The R in SMART stands for Relevant. Do your goals align with your overall life objectives and values? Are they important to you? A goal might be specific, measurable, achievable, and time-bound, but if it doesn't truly resonate with you, you're less likely to be motivated to pursue it. Make sure your financial goals are in line with what you truly want to achieve in life. Finally, the T in SMART stands for time-bound. Setting a deadline for your goals creates a sense of urgency and helps you stay on track. Instead of just saying, save for a vacation, a time-bound goal would be, save $3,000 for a vacation by the end of next year. This gives you a clear time frame to work within. Let's take a common financial goal, like saving for an emergency fund, and apply the SMART framework. A specific goal would be to save $1,000. It's measurable because we have a clear dollar amount. It's achievable for most people within a reasonable time frame. It's relevant because having an emergency fund provides financial security and peace of mind. And it's time-bound if we say we want to achieve this within the next 6 months. See how much clearer and more actionable that goal becomes when we apply the SMART principles? Once you have your SMART financial goals defined, the next crucial step is to create a financial plan. Think of this as your roadmap outlining exactly how you're going to achieve those goals. The foundation of any good financial plan is a budget. We touched on this earlier when we talked about understanding your current financial situation. Budgeting is essentially tracking your income and expenses and then allocating your funds in a way that aligns with your financial goals. There are many different budgeting methods you can explore, such as the 50/30/20 rule, where you allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Or you might prefer zero-based budgeting, where every dollar of your income is assigned a purpose. The key is to find a method that works for you and to consistently track your income and expenses. Make sure your budget includes allocating funds specifically towards your financial goals. Beyond budgeting, your financial plan should also include saving strategies. One effective strategy is to automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment accounts on a regular basis. This way, you're paying yourself first, and you're less likely to spend that money on something else. Look for ways to cut unnecessary expenses in your budget. Even small changes, like reducing your takeout coffee habit, can add up to significant savings over time. Explore different savings vehicles, such as high-yield savings accounts, which offer a better return on your money than traditional savings accounts. If you have any debt, your financial plan should also address debt management. Develop a strategy for paying down your debt, such as the debt snowball method, where you focus on paying off your smallest debts first for a psychological boost, or the debt avalanche method, where you prioritize paying off debts with the highest interest rates. For longer-term goals, like retirement, your financial plan will likely involve investment strategies. Investing is essentially putting your money to work so that it can grow over time. There are various investment options available, such as stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. It's important to educate yourself about the different investment options and to consider your risk tolerance and time horizon when making investment decisions. If you're new to investing, you might want to consider seeking advice from a qualified financial advisor. Finally, remember that your financial plan is not set in stone. It's a living document that you should review and adjust regularly, especially when your circumstances or goals change. Once you have your financial plan in place, it's crucial to track your progress and stay motivated. This is where many people struggle, but it's essential for long-term success. Schedule regular check-ins with yourself to review how you're doing in relation to your goals. This could be weekly, monthly, or quarterly, depending on the time frame of your goals. Use tracking tools to monitor your progress. This could be as simple as updating a spreadsheet or using a budgeting app that shows you how much you've saved or how much debt you've paid off. Don't forget to celebrate your milestones, no matter how small they may seem. Acknowledging and rewarding yourself for reaching smaller goals can help keep you motivated for the bigger ones. Consider finding an accountability partner, someone you trust who you can share your goals with and who can provide support and encouragement. Visualizing your success can also be a powerful motivator. Regularly imagine what it will feel like to achieve your goals. This can help you stay focused and committed, especially when you encounter challenges. And speaking of challenges, remember that there will likely be setbacks along the way. It's important to stay positive and persistent. Don't let a temporary setback derail your entire plan. Learn from it, adjust your approach if necessary, and keep moving forward. Finally, it's important to remember that life happens. Unexpected events can occur that impact your financial situation and your ability to stick to your original plan. That's why flexibility is so important. Be prepared to adjust your goals and your financial plan when necessary. Maybe you lose your job, or perhaps you have an unexpected medical expense. These things happen, and it's okay to adapt your plan accordingly. Your priorities might also change over time. What was a top financial goal for you a few years ago might not be as important to you now. Reevaluate your priorities periodically and make sure your financial goals still align with your current values and aspirations. And remember, if you're facing significant life changes or complex financial situations, don't hesitate to seek professional advice from a qualified financial advisor. They can provide personalized guidance and help you navigate challenging times. So, let's recap what we've covered today. We started by understanding why financial goals are so important, acting as a roadmap for our money journey, providing direction, increasing motivation, allowing us to measure progress, and reducing financial stress. Then, we looked at the crucial step of understanding our current financial situation by tracking our income and expenses, calculating our net worth, and analyzing our cash flow. We then delved into the process of defining our financial goals, emphasizing the importance of brainstorming, categorizing, prioritizing, and making them specific and aligned with our values. We explored the powerful SMART framework, ensuring our goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We discussed creating a financial plan, which includes budgeting, saving strategies, debt management, and investment considerations. We highlighted the importance of tracking progress, staying motivated, and celebrating milestones. And finally, we talked about the need to be flexible and adapt our goals when life throws us curveballs. Setting financial goals is not just about numbers. It's about creating a future you're excited about. It's about taking control of your money and making it work for you. It's about building security, achieving your dreams, and ultimately living a more fulfilling life. I truly encourage you to take the time to think about your own financial goals and to start putting these principles into action. It might seem a little daunting at first, but trust me, the clarity and control you'll gain will be well worth the effort. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Money Deconstructed. I really hope you found this audiobook helpful and that it's inspired you to start setting your own financial goals for your future. If you enjoyed this content and want to hear more about breaking down complex financial topics, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if you found it valuable, and please leave a comment below with your thoughts or any questions you might have. We always love hearing from you. If you're looking for more resources on budgeting or other personal finance topics, be sure to check out some of our other videos here on Money Deconstructed. And finally, I'd love to know, what is one of your biggest financial goals for the next year? Share it in the comments below. Until next time, take care and keep deconstructing your financial world.